Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to be talking about some controversy in Vancouver. I know there's never drama here, but Aatu Ratu has done a rant. Have you seen this? We need to talk about it because there's lots of different variations, something about it that lots of different levels to it. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Lots of different levels to it. And it talks about the Canucks and the development and the future. So I'm glad you're here. Looking forward to diving into this video with you. I'm so excited. Here you are here with me today. This is a Saturday afternoon, May 23rd, 2026. And Ratu's been playing amazingly at this world tournament. It is like, what has got 5 points in 5 games or something like that. It's insane. And it just begs the question, is that the Vancouver Canucks are they undervaluing Aatu Ratu? Do they not appreciate this guy? And a lot of Canuck fans have been talking about this, how frustrated they were last year that Ratu kept becoming a healthy scratch. And listen, I was not a fan of us hiring on Adam Foote. I don't think he's a great head coach. I think he's a really great assistant coach. I think he's a really great person. Obviously, he was a fantastic NHL player, but I really questioned a lot of what he had been saying, right? So if you're talking about a player that needed to play more, it was definitely Aatu Ratu. This guy got healthy scratch 14 times. What? And so we're going to get into this guy. We're going to get into them. So we'll just actually, before we get into that, let's get into this part. It's very, very important. Okay, this is the quote. It says they scratched my name, doubted my game, and tried to silence my confidence, but pain only sharpened my hunger. I never stopped believing in myself. Now the world is finally seeing the player I always knew I could become. Guys, this is content creator gold. This is right here. If this is a legit if this actually came out of his mouth, that's what they're claiming. Okay, that's what they're claiming. This is amazing. Why in the world did they scratch him so much? His face-off percentage was absolutely insane. And here's something that we need to remind ourselves. He's a center. He's a center, everyone. If you look at this roster and this team, and you look at the centers for next year, Ratu has to be on that list. This development team, look at his age, everyone. 23 years old. 6'2", 198 pounds. If there was a center at 6'2", 198 coming out of the draft, they're going to get drafted. He went high in the draft too, right? So let's dive into that just real quick. Now, I know the production's not been there, so I'm not saying he's the best player in the NHL, okay? I'm not even saying close to that, okay? But here it is. Let's just show you this, okay? Can you see this here? So he was drafted 2nd round to the Islanders, okay? In 2021 entry draft. That's why he's from Finland. This guy, okay, if you scroll down, if I just scroll down here, standard stats. I don't know if you can see this well. I think you can. Okay. You can see the Home Depot advertisement. I guess how they get paid. Okay. Look at right here, okay? In 66 games, his face-off winning percentage was 60.5. How is he not on this roster, especially with it being rebuilt? this is a must, everyone. This is an absolute must, right? You have to be able to put this guy in. He's been in the league, they say, for 3 years, and started out, with the Islanders and didn't really crack the lineup. And then in Vancouver, it's been a lot of miss instead of hits. And I get it. He's not getting the point production, but he's playing fourth line minutes, everyone. This is what he's playing. They're not doing anything other than that. So let's just dive back. And I think I wholeheartedly believe that they have been really, honestly, just really undervalued him and his potential. I think that we need to reconsider having this guy as a regular fourth or third line guy. Now, we have not re-signed what's his name? Bluger. Okay. We have not re-signed Bluger. I think we're not going. If you look at the centers, now I have this, I just brought this up. These are the potential centers for next year. Oh, and I forgot Ratu. So let me just, or not Ratu, Hedel. Okay. Right now, before the draft, okay, this is what the team looks like. This is what the centers look like. Okay, EP40, Rossi, those guys are just, they're already penciled in, right? I unless we trade EP40, I would be shocked if we did. Okay, I would be absolutely shocked if we did. Okay, Hedel, is he ever coming back? Should he come back? Sasson will be playing. Ratu needs to be there, and possibly Coots. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on his development as well. So there's 5 or 6 centers that are trying to go. Now, a lot of you are screaming at your phone or your TV or your computer, and you're like, what about Malhotra? It's like, we haven't drafted him yet. I think the Canucks are going to draft him, and he's not going to be playing for us next year. I think he's committed to the NCAA for next season. So he's still in the developmental stage. You're talking about this roster right here. It needs to have Ratu on it every single night. Anyone that wants to argue this, you're welcome to argue it. Honestly, go for it. But let's figure out before we get there. Okay, now I want to show you one last thing. I got to remove this, and I got to bring this up, and I want to show you this. Oops, sorry, my bad. So here's our, I want to bring this back up here so that you can see this. Okay, so here's our, from Puckpedia, our salaries, okay? And if you look here, look at this. So Pettersson making 11.6 million. You scroll down to get to Ratu. He's only making 700. He only made $775,000 last year. He's making 850 this year. You have to play this guy. 23, everyone. Look at Ogren's 22. Drew O'Connor, he's 27, right? Like, if we're talking about developing guy, are you going to play Ty Mueller over Ratu? Sasson, maybe Sasson, as they like to say. They have to. They give him $1 million. You got to follow the money. Follow the money. I think they're going to play him. So it's going to be Sasson, Ratu fighting for that last one. I don't think I do not think, and I love Teddy Bluger. I don't think they're bringing him back, everyone. I do not think they're bringing him back. So what would you do? What would you do? Okay. Because this is, I wouldn't say this is crucial, but it's important. You're developing a guy, right? You've got a guy like Steve Bouillon. He's only 20 years old. Verlander's 21. Mancini's 23. Elias Pettersson is 22. Kudratsev is only 22. This is the youth movement. This is the youth movement, everyone. So there we go. I'm very, very interested to see what you guys think about this. I think it's a no-brainer. I think he needs to be on this roster. Let's dive into this. I'm going to get into your comments. Just a moment. I just deleted myself off there. That was cool. Good one, RevTrev. Okay, let's get into the comments and we'll talk quickly about this. All right. So Perfetti is the first one to comment. Glad you're here. I think my computer is slow and crapping out here. I don't know why. I need to probably shut down a bunch of things on my computer. Okay. Perfetti says he has a good mature way to look at the situation. At least he has a role in Vancouver. Hope he gets what he deserves, more minutes. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Okay. Kelly Duncan. By the way, thank you, Kelly, for sending me this. I really appreciate it. If they knew that they wanted to tank from the get-go, saving him for next season makes sense to me, to make him hungry for a bounce-back season. Or he's ticked off and he's not going to re-sign back with the Vancouver Canucks. That's a possibility, everyone. They might need to trade him, but I hope that they can make it work. We have really enjoyed watching him as Canuck fans. Jason says if Ratu played, then he would have got paid. Just one of many prospects that didn't get developed properly because they were part of the USA Hockey Development Program. Those are the prospects that got Abby the AHL championship. Those are the prospects that PD should have been playing with. Are you meaning like DPD? Yeah, I mean, he did spend time in the AHL for sure, but yeah, they were part of the USA Hockey Development. Was he part of the USA Hockey Development? I don't remember that, to be honest with you. I don't want to say you're wrong. I'm just looking at it. What does it say here? He didn't play for the USA development team. Are you talking about someone else? Because he played in Finland, and then he played for the Abbotsford Canucks. Yeah. Yeah, Bridgeport Islanders was the AHL for them as well. Interesting. But thanks, Jason. Okay, Hedel and Sasson are going to get moved to the wing. Malholtra, who turned Ratu into a face-off god. Oh, so Manny Malholtra. Yeah, Manny Malholtra did that. That's a good point. I know you said possibly Coots. I agree. I think he may play some NHL games in the NHL, but less than 10, in my opinion. That's fair. We'll find out. You might be totally right about that. Brian's here as well. Canucks should trade Hronek, Marcus Pettersson, and Drew O'Connor for the second pick. Nobody's going to do that, Brian. The San Jose Sharks are not going to do that. I'm telling you right now. You would have to give up way more than to get that. The second overall pick is worth so much, and that is not going to get it done, in my opinion. I could be wrong. If you're right, I would do this in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about it. I would just do it. I think Sharks have better defensive options being offered to them than that, Brian. Yeah, that's fair. Jason, Ratu has to replace Bluger on the penalty kill. Canucks don't trust Ratu defensively. World championships are being played on the Euro size ice. Ratu doesn't have to play as physical right now. That's a fair point. I haven't thought about that enough, but I'm a huge Bluger fan. I think he's fantastic. Jack says that's too much to move up to one spot. Yep. No. It's not moving up one spot. It would be getting the second and the third pick. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, keep this third and the second. Technically, Hronek got better than when we traded for him and have a mid. Yeah, I just don't think I don't think they're gonna do it, man. I mean, I hope you're right. Yeah, we'll see. Ratu got stretched too much by foot, and it was confusing because it happened even when he was playing well. That's a great point, Jax. weren't part of USA Hockey and is missing. Okay, great. Kelly says Coots probably will be the depth guy for when someone gets injured. I think if Coots is there, they're just going to play him. They're going to play the young guy. That's what I think. But we'll see. Ratu is a good option on the fourth line or 13th forward. Personally, I think we should move on from him. Why? 60% face-offs? This guy is valuable, guys. Are you talking about like making this team better? I think he's better than that. I don't think he should be the 13th forward. I think he should be the fourth line center at minimum. Play him every single game. And I like what who said that? I think it was Prickfetti said that it was going to be, who was it, that they're going to put him on the left-hand side. I can't see it here. Yeah. Anyways, Sasson and Hedel playing left wing. Perfect. Let's do it. There's no Evander Kane next year. There's spots available. I guess Hronek would be the odd man out, but we'll see. We'll see here. So, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I'm with you, Brian. Ratu has size, good face-offs, good shot. Just needs to put it together. And I think he's still young. We're talking 23 years old. You're right, man. You're totally right. 23 years old. Will Coots captain Canada to the next World Junior Gold medal? I hope so. That would be great. Prickfetti says I would keep him and use him more. Yeah, listen, I think Ratu, he's under contract, so you have him for another season at $850,000. That is good. That is good value, everyone. That is good value. I'm totally in on that. I love how Evander Kane unfollowed the franchise. A very messy breakup. Yeah, he didn't even say goodbye at his press conference. He was out of there. Then he's getting interviewed by, I don't know, whoever that guy is. Supposedly he's a famous influencer. And he's like, hey, so, where are you play for the Canucks? And he's like, no, I can sign anywhere. It's like, yeah, the Canucks don't want you back. You were terrible here. You had every opportunity. You got paid $5 million to play like that. And I know the whole team played bad, so I don't want to get too. I'll tell you, Evander Kane's one of the reasons why we did stink. One of the reasons, for sure. And I thought he would play better because he was in front of his home crowd. That didn't happen. Jason, Coots and Minio played with Seattle and juniors. Malhotra has to develop Coots face-offs skills. If Malhotra is with the big club, then Coots will be up and down next season. I'm sure that he will be helping them no matter what. He'll be there. Yeah. I mean, how long does it take you to like develop the guy? You know what I mean? In the face-off circle. Excuse me. How in the world am I yawning at 3:20 p.m.? I know. I think I just yawn a lot in a day. Okay. Brian, would you trade any of our D prospects with the third to move to first? No. Nope. I think Bullion will be our bestie, but with the Leafs, I love that. By the way, that is a little slight to them. There's no such thing as Leafs. It's Leaves. The Toronto Maple Leaves. It's true. Take a Verlander and our third for the first overall. Would you do that? I just wouldn't do that because I think what you get at third and then you keep those defensemen, I think you have more value there than moving those guys. Because you're saying that we need to get McKenna. And don't get me wrong, I like McKenna, but I think you get Stenberg at 3, and that is a super great value. But we're probably taking Malhotra anyways, which is my pet peeve. Guys, I don't know if you've watched that video yet, but I've just done a video here in the last couple of days. Yesterday, actually. I think it's got over 2,000 views already. This is absolutely bonkers. Where did it go? I'd probably put it under my NHL draft videos, right? That would make sense. This one right here. So I made this yesterday. Over 2,000 people have watched it. Definitely go check it out. It is well worth the conversation about if we're gonna draft Malhotra at 3, just trade back and draft him or another great center at 6 or 7. I would do that. Go check this video out. It's really good. It's really good. Freddy says Coots will definitely be in the NHL soon. I just don't think it'll be next season. I mean, full time. That you're probably right. Jax, is Kudryavtsev a dark horse to make the team? Yes, he is a dark horse for sure. T8161 says I'd like to see Coots and Mackey paired together in Abbey. Develop chemistry. Put a guy like Douglas beside them. Yeah, I mean, that's another video for another day. I think we should bring Douglas back. I think most of the Canucks do. Yeah, I think so. Lots of people are agreeing with you here. And to be honest, there is no McDavid or Celebrini or Bedard. It's still hard to say how McKenna or Stenberg will be. I just know if we are third and Stenberg is there, we cannot. I agree. I have made video after video after video saying you cannot pass on Stenberg at 3, and if we do, I am going to be very disappointed. And because if we go after the center with Malhotra, I just say trade back. Stenberg could be the guy to ignite Pettersson to some degree. I agree. I made a video on this exact thing. I made it on the passing on Pettersson video that I just recently did. I've made it on a number of the draft videos, I think. Jason says Malhotra was part of the Canucks player development from 2016 to until 2020. Horvat and Miller and Petey had a falling out when Malhotra left for the Leafs. All 3 of them all thought they were number 1 centers based on faceoff percentage. Can't let Coots and Malhotra compete for a roster spot. Are you talking about Caleb Malhotra on the bottom one? Because I think Caleb signed to go to the NCAA next year. I think that's what's happened. So, but I hear you. Manny Malhotra needs to be developing these guys for sure. Yeah, so this is the topic of the day, everyone. It's super, super interesting. I just think, like, you're sitting here, okay? Let's just recap. So Ratu says this. They scratched my name, doubted my game, and tried to silence my confidence, but pain only sharpened my hunger. I never stopped believing in myself. Now the world is finally seeing the player I always knew I could become. Oh, man. If this is a true quote, this is absolute gold. And I put this thing down at the bottom here to say, Ratu is only 23 years old. He's got to be part of this plan to be developing players and seeing what he can do. Guys, 23, like, this is his time to shine. He is going to have a good season next year. What is the point percentage that I'm looking for, or point total? I mean, if you look at last year, we're talking he had 14 points in 66 games playing on the 4th line. I could see this play him. He could get you 20 points. That's not bad for a 4th liner, everyone. I mean, obviously, and those face-off wins, those are some big, big face-off wins. So what do you think, guys? Post in the comments. What do you think? Okay, last couple of comments. Stenberg, to be honest, is the best winger for Petey. Ups his trade value regardless. Stenberg, Petey, Carlson. I like that. And Broline is our tops. I love that. I'm all in. This is you're speaking my love language here when it comes to Vancouver Canuck lines. This is I agree 100%. The only thing that I could change is Höglander, Petey, Stenberg. I'd also try that too. And it would just be the Swedish line with the Bro line, and then just see them and see what they can do. I agree with you. I'm going to make videos about that. Jax, I'm in the keep Hronek around 100% camp. If we keep one vet, for me, it's him. If he wants to stick around for a rebuild, you guys, you keep that guy for culture and probably make him captain. Thoughts? Yeah, that makes sense. But if you could get a first-round pick for Hronek and move up in the draft, you got to do it, especially if you can get a first-round plus, then I would do it in a heartbeat. So I agree with you. I'm just not like at this stage when you're we're at the very bottom. I do think like moving Hronek this time could be a good move as well. But I'm okay with keeping him. And if we do keep him, I can see you just having him as a captain. He's just not what I would consider. I say this weirdly, like not weirdly, but it's not the right way to say it. But it's not a sexy captain. Like he's not appealing. You know what I mean? Like I just wouldn't. I just don't get excited to think about him as our captain. And then, of course, Brickfetti, who started the video and is going to end the video with the comments, I would keep Hronek. I see him as the next captain, possibly. There you go. There you go. All right, everyone. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, the one more comment came in. I got to go with Jason. Sorry, Jason. Or sorry, Brickfetti. So Caleb is committed to Boston University, same school that developed Verlander and Macklin and Lane Hudson. Interesting. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. I think he'd be a sexier captain than Bland Horvat. Well, fair. Can I say that they are both kind of boring? That's why I wanted JT Miller or to be the captain, but that didn't work out good, did it? Okay. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks for being here, supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. So Räty rants about his role with the Canucks, and we talked about it at length today. Make him the fourth line guy, minimum. Let this guy play. He's 23 years old. Let's go. Let's go. Anyways, believe in blue. We're seeing where this rebuild goes. And of course, always, we cheer this team on. Go Canucks, go.